guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we are talking baby names that I love but won't be using. So if you know anything about me, which you probably don't, let me tell you. My name is Raven. I am the mom of 6. So where I say I will not be using them, that's why. I already have 6. But these are names that I love, but like I said, I will not be using them. So don't worry. Okay. Anywho, so if you want to hear those names, stay tuned. But first, the names that I have already used for my children. I have 6 of them, so I'm going to tell you the names. I'm going to give you the history of where they came from. Okay, so when not the exact history, because I did not look these up. I'm just saying like how I liked them and came up. I didn't come up. Okay, number 1, my first child's name is Kevin. He's my oldest and he's a 3rd, so that's self-explanatory. Second child name is Caleb. Now Caleb's name, Caleb, I didn't know what his name was going to be. I was in the hospital and in labor, and his dad was in Iraq at the time. This was back before FaceTime and Skype and all that stuff. And I remember him calling up to the hospital and was like, what's the name? And I'm like, I don't know. And yeah, it was a back and forth on the phone, and I had my Bible open and we came up with Caleb. Probably about an hour before he was even born. 1 hour. But that's nothing, because I know there are people that have, after some cultures don't name their children till after they're born. So that's not that bad. Okay, next child name was Carmela. Carmela, we're coming up with her name at a baseball game on the bleachers, and her name, I believe, means something like golden. I thought it was funny because I watched the Golden Girls every single day when I was pregnant with her. One of my favorite shows in history. But yeah, so Carmela, I think it has something to do with Mount Carmel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Number 4, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I just love that name. I've always loved that name. Now, if you remember the first 3 were Kevin, Caleb, and Carmela. Jeremiah was supposed to be a C or K name. His middle name is Christian. First name was supposed to be Christian. I flipped it at the last minute and said I love the name Jeremiah. And if you know Jeremiah, he looks like a Jeremiah. It felt like Christian Jeremiah was just a little too much. So his name is actually flip-flop. My other 2, they have CJ, and it was supposed to be CJ also, but I flipped it, so he is a JK. Or JK, because we spelled it. Oh yeah, so that's Jeremiah. Whatever. Next set, yes, because the next is a set. They are twin names, and their names are Ryan and Rachel. I wanted to do the twins with the same, name. I know some, not name, but same first letter. I know some people don't like to do that, or same theme type name or whatever. So what I'm gonna do, and I want to, okay. History. Ryan is my husband's middle name, and Rachel is just a cute R name. I've been called Rachel part of my life. I don't know why, I don't know where it comes from, but sometimes people, like, you tell somebody your name is Raven. Well, not you, unless your name is Raven, but I would go tell people my name is Raven, and then they would see me and they'll be like, Rachel, and I'm like, no, it's Raven. But I think because Raven was at that time such a different name, now I think it's just, you don't bump into a Raven all the time, but it's nothing to see a Raven somewhere. I've met ravens, so therefore yes, that's why her name is Rachel. I like the name. I actually said my name wasn't Raven, I think I would want the name to be Rachel. So now, well, these are the names, baby names that I love right now, but just will not be using. Okay, so now what I wanted to name my twins was Haley and Mateo. Do you know where Haley and Mateo come from? If you ever watch All My Children, you might know where Haley and Mateo come from. Haley and Mateo were the characters played by Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. I think they got married in the show. It was Haley and Mateo, and I thought those were like the cutest names, which would have been weird to name my babies Haley and Mateo because they're brother and sister and they were characters that got married, and actually got married in real life, but not Haley and Mateo in real life. Whatever. But yes, I love the names Haley and Mateo for twins. I also love Reagan and Riley. I think these were so cute, and I wanted the names because I feel like they weren't gender specific. So anybody could have been a Reagan and anybody could have been a Riley. To this day, I still would have loved my children to be called Reagan and Riley. I think the names are so cute. And then the question is always like, well, who would have been Reagan and who would have been Riley? I don't know, and it really didn't matter because they are so interchangeable. Like the names are just interchangeable. Like Reagan, I don't know, I really do love those names. Maybe, just maybe, one of my children a long time from now will have babies, and then maybe one of them will have twins, and then I can talk them into naming their children Reagan and Riley, hopefully. But yeah, my next name that I love, the next names that I like are not twin specific. They're just names that I've always loved, but of course I will not be using. Next name is Jade. Now Jade came from, I wanted to name my firstborn Jade, but when you look at, like, I looked at the meaning of it and I was just like, I don't know if I like the meaning of the name. I like to kind of look at meanings of names, and it just seemed like Jade, like Jade. I mean, I had a boy anyway, so it really didn't matter. But yeah, Jade was gonna be that I love but never used. Another name that I loved but never used. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. I just sold something on eBay. eBay 101. Don't start auctions at weird times of day because it's not gonna turn out really well for you. Anyway, let's pull up my list. Another name that I love but will not be using was Zeal. To this day, I still love Zeal. I love the definition of Zeal. I think it's a very strong name. Again, not gender specific. I think it is more a female name. I don't know, but it was not gender specific for me, but I did love that name. But I think that was a name that I came up with before I knew it was going to be twins, and before I knew it was going to be boy and girl. Another name that I love but will not be using, this video is going longer than I thought, only a few more, is Chloe. Now, funny story is my friend had a baby around the same time I had my baby and named her baby Chloe. So I'm kind of glad that I did not go with that name with one of my twins, but I did love that name, Chloe with a C. I think her daughter's name starts with a K, but Chloe is like one of those names that is just so cute to me. Another name that I loved was Aria. Aria was I thought about that name with my daughter. I thought it was like a very like cute girly name. At that time I had 2 boys, so I really wanted something girly. The last one, because I don't have a lot of them. Some of them I'm like, they're just like basic names. Jackson. Jackson is a name that I wanted to name my son long time ago. I now have a cousin. My cousin named her son Jackson, and my baby Ryan's middle name is Jackson also. So, but I really wanted that to be his first name, but I have a cousin named Jackson now. But Jackson is something that I really loved. I loved it before, but then if you watch Grey's Anatomy, the doctor on there named Jackson, I liked his name also. So not because I liked him or anything, I just liked his name. The last name that I love but will not be using for any of my children was Zoe. And I have a bonus, Nevaeh. I don't know if you guys remember this, and I know that a lot of girls named Nevaeh, but Nevaeh is heaven backwards, and that was a very popular name at one time. My hair has always cut out these videos, whatever. Nevaeh was very popular at one time, and that was a name that I wanted. If my first son was going to be a girl, I wanted him to either be Jade or Nevaeh, but I had a boy, so whatever. He's Kevin. So anyway, that's my list of names that I love, but definitely, most definitely will not be using. So if you like any of those names, leave a comment down below. If you have any names that you love, leave those down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of mommy stuff on this channel. I am a stay-at-home working mom. I am a clothing reseller, but I'm a mom first, so I do a lot of mommy home life videos. So if you're into that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Bye.